Hello everyone and welcome back to the Devlog for Real Communism, my city builder game. I got back at it this week and I tackled a really big project that's been hanging over my head for a long time, Pathfinding. It's something I tried to tackle early on, but it seemed way too complicated, so I kicked that can down the road. Well, I arrived at that can again and I figured it was a good way to get back into development after a week off. That said, it was so much programming. I didn't get much footage because frankly, having the little commies walk around trees isn't very entertaining. So I tried to create a way to visualize my experience while I talk through it. Imagine a board of squares, aka the tile map of the game. On there you have the little commie that needs to move, the location to where he's going, and some trees in the middle. We've got a point A, the starting location, and a point B, the ending location. Right now, the commie will take a straight line from A to B, but he will walk through stuff he shouldn't be able to walk through. Ideally, we want the dumb commie to recognize that, hey, there's something here, you can't walk there, and then go around it. Actually, doing that was a bit of a struggle. I started off by trying to get all of the tiles in the game. From there, I would try to narrow it down to the possible tiles in some way, but that method failed pretty early on since getting all the tiles was way too expensive a task and caused some frame rate issues. After being frustrated and searching the internet for a day or two, I was able to find a better method: multi-box tracing. This method includes creating a box of a specified size which traces from the origin point to the end point and captures everything hit by the trace. From there, I found all of the tiles within the trace return and ran another trace along the bounds of each tile. If specific objects are hit during the second trace, that tile is removed from the list of walkable tiles. Then I had to come up with a method for determining the best route to take based on all of these tiles. That was another difficult part of this. Again, after a day or two of frustration, the internet came in clutch, and I found a method that worked. Once I have all of the walkable tiles, I get the distance of each tile from the origin point. Then I get the distance of each tile from the end point, divide it by 2, and add it back to the distance from the origin. This gives each tile a value that ends up creating the perfect route most of the time. And with a situation such as the one shown, you end up with something like this. There were some hiccups along the way, but it works almost every time now. There's still some small tweaks that I need to make, but it's a big step in the right direction. To be honest, I was super worried about midday yesterday because Pathfinding still wasn't done and I wasn't going to have anything to show. But I powered through and I got it done. I'll need to rebuild some of the movement triggers that I had in place because I basically had to build this from the ground up, but it's doing the basic job of mostly not running into things it shouldn't. So I'm pretty happy about that, and I'm hoping to carry that momentum into next week. If you haven't already, please wishlist the game on Steam. You can find a link to that in the description. And if you want to follow the development progress of this game, subscribe to this channel. If you prefer smaller, more frequent updates, you can follow me on X/Twitter at HaydenMarlowe_ or on TikTok at Marlowe Development. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.